Good evening, my Roslins and Rosikins. Mother's back. And on this episode of Privileged Plights, Mother is going to have to touch on a topic that many women, many pretty girls, many Roslins, and even Mother doesn't really usually shout out or talk about. And it's unfortunate that I have to bring this up, but it's also natural and unnatural in itself. I mean, pretty girls are pretty. We inspire so many emotions in men, women, children, society alike. So it's no surprise to me that women, okay, even sexually harass and make sexual advances to pretty girls. It's no shocker. And I realize that a lot of beautiful women, we don't talk about this enough. We talk about men. Men are going to kidnap you. Men are going to sexually assault you. Men are going to stalk you, right? Men are going to make sexual advances. Men are going to do all these different things to us. But the truth of the matter is that that is not true only. There are women who do the same, who come after us the same, who literally just do the most. And what's worse is that they give the same energy as men who are closeted have toward gay men, men who are open with their sexuality that like other men. Literally, where they are upset because they are closeted and sexually attracted to men, and they feel that that is a mind fuck for them personally, because they're like, why should I be attracted to the same sex? That's the same thing a lot of you covert lesbians and bi women give, and some of you open ones give with the harassment aspect. When you see a beautiful woman and you get upset because you're sexually attracted to her, and so you make it her problem and not your own problem. And you got me fucked up. And so, yes, I'm going to touch on the harassment that women give to beautiful women, pretty ass women, the same way I would with men giving it to pretty ass women, because this channel is rated E for everyone. I'm so dead. Okay, moving on. So, the first thing I want to touch on is the tactics used, and I'm going to break down each tactic and how to stop it, right? And to get, well, that covert, okay, bi or lesbian women use, and also open lesbian or bi women use to try to lure a beautiful woman into a romantic or lover's relationship with them. So the first tactic is emotionally boundary crossing. Emotionally boundary crossing. This is a woman who suffers from trauma and also has the ability to manipulate. So this is, as you would say, the gay woman or the bi woman, whether they're open or closeted with it. They deal with trauma, and they have that ability to manipulate, because they also can sense when someone's dealing with trauma, whether it's the same or different. So whether she means to or not, she's manipulative with her trauma. And especially if you as a Rosalind deal with the same trauma and aren't healed, they use this as a door, an open door to then get familiar with you, bond with you, etc. And she'll use their traumas against you and exploit them in a perverted way to grow I'm so sorry, sexually grow closer to you. This creating a perverted emotional bond that one day can lead to a toxic romantic and sexual relationship. Okay, so I'm sorry for all the stuttering, and if you hear noise in the background, I'm sorry too. But this is a serious topic, so let's get into it. I know that as women, we bond with one another all the fucking time. We bond emotionally about our traumas, about our triumphs, about the things that we have gone through in life, through our childhood, especially as pretty women. We just do. And that's what I love about us as women. That's what I love. I love that we're able to be unapologetic with our voice, our truth, our story with one another in a sisterhood, in a friendship, in kinship, etc. However, There are some women who are not healed trauma wise, but also have a sexual attraction to women and therefore feel that, okay, well, I know she's hurting, I'm hurting, but I'm also sexually attracted to her because she's a bad bitch. So let's use this opportunity, this traumatic familiarity, to create something more over time. And the thing is that she won't peep my game because she sees me as a sister, as a friend, but not a lover. But I can one day make her see me as a lover as long as I'm emotionally, traumatically bonded to her. That type of energy, right? That type of intention. And so, how do you stop a woman who has an emotional bond with you that's perverting it and using it to grow closer to you sexually when you're aware or unaware of it? So my thing is this: make sure that the woman in your life or women in your life are not trauma dumping. That's one of the biggest red flags I feel like for a woman that tries to use your traumatic experiences and use emotional manipulation to get to you. Make sure that she's not trauma dumping in your life. Like when you guys talk, it's not just about the things you've gone through that are bad. It's about your triumphs, it's about your interests, it's about present day, it's about your future moving forward, and it's about both of you building a better lifestyle, and on your life's journey, whether it's beauty, fitness, career, etc., family, whatever. Another thing you want to make sure is that you're aware of your own emotional triggers and seek therapy. So what I realized is that no one can exploit your trauma if you have healed your trauma. And that being said, it is your duty alone to heal yourself. I will always say this, I don't care. And it sucks. I'm going to be honest, especially when other people are the ones that have broken you, right, in life, especially since you're a little girl. And I'm so sorry, my Rosalynds. But the only way to make sure that no one has your kryptonite is to diminish the need or the weakness of someone having kryptonite near you. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're Superman, the only way to not have someone use kryptonite against you is to either be infused with kryptonite where it becomes obsolete so it doesn't weaken you anymore, or to create a suit that can repel the kryptonite, right? So those are your options, right? You can either heal from that trauma where it doesn't affect you or you get triggered anymore, or you dive deeper into that trauma where it becomes like your sedentary life. It becomes normal. And I don't want you to do the latter where it becomes normal. I want you to do the healing work. I know it's a tough road, my Rosalynds, but you gotta. Because the more trauma you have, the more emotionally perverted bonding that can be done towards you from women, especially, even more so than men, whether you realize it or not. Okay. Also, your friends aren't your therapists, and at times we can share the wrong things with them that lead to our own demise. I want you to be aware of this. Okay? The only reason that someone that has this tactic, emotionally boundary crossing, can even do that in emotional manipulation and trauma bonding is because you have shared and given up your weaknesses, the ways that they can exploit you. And I know we want to trust other women, but every woman is not a woman worth trusting. And some aren't even just jealous of you and envious of you because you have the male gaze. Sometimes, a lot of times, they're also covert lesbians, bi women who are sexually attracted to you and will use that as a way to get you sexually attached to them as well and to let your guard down, right? And even open lesbians and bi women. Again, this applies to anyone that is sexually attracted to other women. And especially if you are not someone like that, then you want to make that clear. And also, if someone wants to only bond over trauma and lust, they're just trying to sexually and emotionally cage you in. So, what we talk about is what we become. If all a woman can talk to you about in a friendship is everything bad they're going through, and what you've gone through bad and sex, like things that, sexual things, then that lets me know personally that she wants to get in my panties and she's going to use my emotions to do it and my trauma. And so, no, you want more than that. You want to have a relationship with other women that is solid and that is always growing and ever evolving for the better. You don't want to be with a Debbie Downer who can one day use that to get into your panties respectfully. So I want you to think about that, my Roslins. The next tactic that women can use is friend to lovers trope. Okay? This tactic is used when a woman becomes friends with you and you have a close bond. This isn't to say the friendship isn't genuine or was never genuine. It can be a slow attraction burn where they acknowledge you're a pretty best friend or close friend of theirs, but then continue to become sexually attracted to you over time. Do some women plot on you by becoming your close friend first so they can become your lover? Yes, so be aware. So it can either go two ways. Either you were both really genuine friends and they start to sexually become attracted to you over time, or they literally became your friends just to have a sexual access to you. So whether it's the first or the latter, this is what you need to do. Okay? You need to state your clear boundaries and be honest. Let them know you're peeping the shift of friendship to sexual attractiveness and romance and you don't like it, right? Give them a chance to address it once you call them out on it. And when they do, depending on what they say, you say basically you're understanding and but you stick to your guns. Okay. So whether you want to take it to that next level with them or whether you don't, you stick to that. And if you don't see yourself being with them that way, let them know. And depending on how they take it, decide whether a friendship is still worth it. So if you're telling your best friend or a close friend, girl, I don't see you that way, like pipe down, and they're like, well, I see you that way, I want this, like, and then they might even get aggressive, like, what the fuck you mean you don't want me back? Like, bitch, like, I'm always there for you, I don't understand why you don't want to be in a relationship with me. I think that type of woman, cut them off. Ain't nothing to talk about because they don't respect your boundaries, and they damn sure ain't gonna respect your sexual boundaries. Okay, it's giving, bitch, you don't fuck with me the way you say you do. And secondly, if they're the type to be like, okay, I understand, like, I hope this didn't ruin our friendship. I just wanted to be honest with how I felt about you. And I hope you don't look at me differently. Perhaps you could continue a genuine friendship with them now that they know that that's a boundary you're not going to cross with them. And hopefully they'll move on and find another bad bitch to have that with. But as far as your friendship, you guys can still have that. So that's just up to you whether or not you want to deal with a friendship like that. And keep in mind that this woman is close to you. They know your weaknesses, your strengths. They know certain things about you, some of your secrets at that point. So you just want to make sure that however you address it, you're doing it respectfully and you're doing it with all these things in mind. So you don't play yourself when you're also denying them. And I'm not saying you have to cater to any woman or anybody if you're not sexually attracted to them and if you don't want a romantic relationship. But I'm telling you to be strategic with how you deal with someone who is trying to become a friend to lover. Because just like they know your secrets, you know theirs, and they might not want you to share this either. So also with all of these different situations, I want to add, do not try to out someone. It's not worth it, and I don't think that that is fair. They're being vulnerable and sometimes stupid and egotistical enough to make it clear that they like you in some form or fashion eventually, or they're doing these tactics to try to get you. You can do it silently, move in silence, where you just peep it and you distance yourself. But if you realize that they are gay for you, whether they're closeted gay or openly gay, I don't think it's a reason to exploit them or embarrass them. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, the next tactic is enemies to lovers trope. Okay, is a tactic used to lure you into giving this woman your energy and seeking her approval because she bullies you mentally and sometimes physically and emotionally. She's an open op and is very aggressive and has a lot of resentment towards you, all because she is secretly attracted to you or openly attracted to you, and you might not deal with her advances the best way, or you're just oblivious to the fact that she views you sexually in that way. This is one of the most dangerous tactics and can end in death if not careful. So when I think of this type, I think of like a prison type of dynamic. You know how they say don't go to prison, don't drop the soap? And you know how like they say they're going to turn a woman into their bitch? Something like that. You know what I'm saying? That type of energy. It's giving like Butch Dyke type energy, respectfully. Not trying to like cage anybody and not saying all women who are more masculine leaning with their lesbianism is like that. I'm just saying that I noticed that there's a type of aggressive type of woman advancement or sexual advancing towards women sometimes. And this is my advice, okay? Disengage immediately. Ignore or report her. Don't play or try to understand her. She is dead to you. There is no reconciliation, honey. She's the type to break you all to entice you and lure you to her sexual advances. It's giving she's a fucking mistress, she's a dom, and she's a toxic one at that, which is like the worst kind. And either you will become her submissive or her victim or both. Okay? Think of prison life. They break your will so they can take advantage of you sexually. I don't really have any kind words to a bitch that puts me through hell than wants to get a taste. I don't. Okay. Okay. Baby girl, pick a fucking struggle. You're not about to bully me and then be like, whole time, mother, I really thought you the baddest bitch. That's why I was so aggressive and that's why I beat your ass and that's why I called you ugly. What? Like, I don't have the time. My Rosalind's mother doesn't have the time for bullshit. Either you fuck with me and want to fuck me or you don't. But please, miss me with the bully on the fucking playground type of energy, type of having ass. Do not, I repeat, do not play with me this way, okay? Make it known or don't say shit at all. But what you're not going to do, what we're not going to do is that you're going to nag me, beat me up, call me ugly, put me through hell, bitch, sabotage me, all because you want to fuck me. Like, no, we're not doing it. I don't know what kinky shit you're into, but mother is not into that kinky shit. At least not that way. And I can't. Like, what the fuck? Like, these bitches are crazy. I just want to let you know. If you are any woman that has this type of tactic you try to use to get a bad bitch under you and in your bedroom, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. You, like, seriously, bitch? Seriously? You want to take the whole kindergarten bully the lovers type of trope and run with that shit in adulthood? Bitch, someone needs to beat your ass. You got me fucked up. Oh God, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. We didn't like. I'm so serious. Like, what woman in their right mind, literally, that's attracted to another woman, thinks that, oh yeah, if I bully her and beat her ass, then she'll fuck me. Like, what the fuck is going on with you, bro? Get your life together. That's all I'm gonna say. Get your fucking life together. Rosalind, when you see a bitch like this, don't pass go. Don't collect 200. Run like a motherfucker because that bitch is giving Joker vibes. That bitch is unpredictable and that bitch wants to draw blood. It's not worth it. Disengage completely. There is no friendship. There is no lovers trope. There is nothing going on with this situation. There is no healing, no reconciliation. It's just get the fuck up out of Dodge because this bitch is psychotic. Oh God. Okay. So the next one, codependency. And also, y'all know I like dominant men. So I don't know. I'm a Scorpio. It's just so it's so weird. It's so weird. Okay, move on. Okay. Codependency is the next tactic, okay? This tactic is used to make you believe that you can't survive without her. This is a mix of friendship, emotional trauma, or emotional, boundary crossing. And at times a little bit of enemies to lovers. You need to stay away from this type of woman, period. If you feel you aren't as confident or safe without her, if you feel you can't make decisions without her, if you feel life is over without her, this is not normal or okay. This one I had experienced personally, and it is a mind fuck, an emotional roller coaster. It's not worth it. They will be envious of you, put your life in danger, but also comfort you and protect you. It's weird, all at the same time. Think fucking Harley Quinn energy. Unpredictable, but through it all, you keep coming back like William Afton. This is not okay. Leave. So I dealt with this with the unambiguous black girl, my ex's friend, Miranda, as I said in the video before this one. I dealt with this shit, okay, a lot, okay? And it is so emotionally, mentally draining. It breaks your will over time, honey. It's not worth it, okay? They're always calling you. They're always trying to see where you're at. They always want your time, your energy, your loyalty. And again, mother's very loyal. But the type of loyalty and endearment they want is next level, okay? They want to, it's not even loyalty when I think about it, it's isolation. They want you all to themselves. They want you to cut off everybody else around you. Even though they say that they don't want that, their actions show that. They're very unstable mentally, and then it makes you unstable mentally. And if you're already going through mental health issues, it makes it fucking worse. So if you ever deal with a woman like this too, there's nothing to talk about. You just gotta cut it. There's nothing to talk about. There's literally nothing to talk about. Also, the next tactic used is lustful audacity. I call it lustful audacity because this is a woman that just outright says they want to lick you, and for you to be theirs, they can be possessive and stalkerish. They make it clear they want you. They're very persistent and are sexually attracted to you. They make it clear they want to taste. They're not ashamed. This applies more to open lesbians and bi women, the ones that are out, bold, don't give a fuck. They want what they want. They see you a bad bitch. They ready to take it type of energy. So I've dealt with women like this too. And they're very interesting. They're very charming at times. They're very flirtatious. Sometimes they're even more attentive than men, I'm be honest, with how they keep advancing for you and wanting to be with you in that way. And for a woman like this, who is very open with her sexuality, who is unapologetic, and who sees you and wants you, if you're not into that lifestyle or into her in that way, you just gotta set clear boundaries. You gotta say no, thank you. If they continue to report or restraining order, simple. Don't go anywhere alone with them as well. So they're like, let's go out and get some coffee, and you know damn well that she wants to lick you, and you don't want to be licked. Um, Deuces. No, thank you, hun. I'm good. And you gotta just let them know where you stand. And if they keep going like some men do, where they keep trying to get you, that's when you gotta treat it like you would anybody else, like you would treat a man. Restraining order on that ass, and report. Because some of these women are in workplaces, some of them are in your colleges, college classes, some of them are around your neighborhood, etc. And you just want to be aware that whether it's a man or a woman, if you don't want to be sexually harassed and have people make advances towards you, let them know, let the police know, let your work know, let someone know that can hold them accountable where you cannot. Okay? And so it's unfortunate that I even had to make this video about women crossing boundaries with other women, because you would think, hello, you're a woman, you know what it's like to be sexually harassed. Well, if you're a pretty woman. I mean, women in general know what it's like to be sexually harassed. And what I'm trying to say is, if you're a pretty woman, you especially know what it is like to be harassed. So if you're another pretty woman that's doing these tactics on other pretty women, you got me fucked up. Honey, you're acting like you play for the other team, as in like you have a man's mind and a woman's body, and it's not giving. And that's not to say all men are like that, but it's like the general consensus that men chase women. And so it's different when a woman is chasing a woman, because it's like, well, how do I advert her attention from me sexually to something else more productive, which does not include me if I don't want that attention? And a lot of women, pretty women, we have had so many advances with women that even our close friends, some of our close friends, that will say, like, yeah, I would do this with you type of energy, or they want a threesome, or they want certain things. Like, they want all these different experiences with us. And we don't want to give that because we don't want that. And so the thing that I find very interesting, though, is that people think because a woman's doing it that it's acceptable. Some women feel that way, like, oh, it's nothing. But from my experiences dealing with women that use some of these tactics or try to with me, you gotta call that shit out, bro. You cannot let it go because she's a woman. You gotta let her know what's good and what's not. And depending on how she responds, yeah, no, you gotta just leave her where she's at. But that one, especially the one where it's like, enemies to lovers, girl, you better back the fuck up. Oh God. Over here trying to punk me and bitch me and then talk about you want to lick me. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. You still got me fucked up. I encourage you, Rosalynn, if you dealing with a bitch like that, you need to let that bitch go. Ain't nothing to talk about. She is dead to you. Ain't no reconciliation. Ain't no try to understand why she bullies you to get with you. No, because that's going to turn into a toxic ass relationship on God and on sight. At least with like traumatic healing thing, like the trauma bonding one tactic, hopefully like you can observe that one just by healing your trauma. For the friends to lovers, you can possibly reconcile that if they're receptive to you wanting to be friends and not lovers. And to the one with the mixture of all three, that one, you just really have to have independence and not be codependent, and that will break that one instantly. But for the enemies to lovers one, that shit is a mind fuck on God. There is no type of like reconciling that, because they started off the relationship being an ass to you, abusing you, hurting you, and now they want to fuck. Yeah, you got me fucked up. No, that's not love. That's infatuation. That's kinky shit. That's some dominant, toxic dominant shit for real. And it's just uncalled for. If you fucks with someone and if you really like them, just say that shit with your chest. You don't have to hurt them or cause them harm because you're having an internal existential crisis with your sexual fuckingality. So that's what I'm just saying. Like for me personally, you got me fucked up. There's nothing to talk about with that one. And so my Rosalind's mother's gonna say like, you're beautiful. Men and women are sexually attracted to you, and you can't put nothing past either one of them. To be quite honest, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like I was telling y'all, like I don't let a lot of women near me. I just don't. Whether that's like a friendship or lover's trope or anything. I realized that a lot of women either want to be me or fuck me. So, yeah, you got me fucked up. I just realized that. They either want to be you, fuck you, or kill you. Okay, those three. I'll go with those three. It's giving. Okay, it's giving. What is it called? Kill, marry, fuck. Not. Wait, I said I would stop cursing a lot. But I'm sorry. For today, I'm cursing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But seriously, though, they either want to kill you, fuck you, or be you. It's just those three. You know, they say the boys wanna. What is? I don't know. The girls want a beer. The boys wanna. You can say fuck you or fuck her. But the point is that we think only men want to do the fucking. No, women want to do the fucking too. Let's keep it a buck. And so my thing is like, just because you want to have those experiences with a woman, especially a Rosalind, doesn't mean you do these tactics. I feel like the healthiest relationships, whether it's same sex or not, are ones where you're honest with that person and you're genuine. You don't have to manipulate them into a romantic relationship with you. You just have one, and you are upfront with your intentions and you go from there. But for those of you who have to be a fucking chameleon in order to get in someone's pants, whether you're a man or a woman pursuing a Rosalind, you got me fucked up. But in this case, a woman especially, because you know what we go through as women. I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 you've been sexually harassed too as a woman by men, but yet you want to use tactics to try to get in another woman's pants. I think that's weak as fuck, and you're fucked up, and you need to go seek help, bitch, because that's so unnecessary. And then what's worse is that you put us through hell because you're dealing with your sexuality and you're confused about what you want and what you don't want. And so you make it a pretty woman's problem. Like, you got me fucked up. And I just think it's wrong as fuck. And no one could convince me otherwise. And so, what I would encourage any woman to do, whether you're straight, gay, bi, lesbian, whatever the fuck you are, like, I don't care, is that you need to set clear boundaries with what you want and don't want, what you're attracted to, what you're not attracted to, with anyone that tries to pursue you. You need to let them know. I'm not saying you have to let the world know, but you got to let them know. And then you could go from there. And respectfully, if a woman doesn't want to be with you as another woman, just accept that shit. There are other beautiful bitches out there, women in general, who really like are open to that. And there are women who are not. And there are women who are open to that and open to men. So I'm just saying, like, you don't have to manipulate or try to be buddy buddy with a woman, especially a Rosalind, to get her to be with you. I think that's not okay, because it's not okay. And yeah, so with that, mother is going to say, ciao. Mother loves you. Bye, my Rosalynds.